Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Johnson with a return here. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. God!
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
I'm one, ready?
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, here we go. God!
Again, it's Bigsby. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
11 MT, 11 MT. Let's get set.
Play action now, Burrow. The throw finds Evan Ingram. He's got it in the red zone. How about a big hitter, 30-40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Motioning left is their running back. From the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Here we go, here we go. 11 Thomas. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. God!
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Denver. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
This one is up and good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Rashad White on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Pistol.
Mayfield comes out throwing. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Pressure coming. Baker has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Baker now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one.
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Drive in dire straits. It's third and 9. Mayfield now. Blitz coming. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. What's that?
A give to Chubb, running left. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up third and 4. Again, it's Chubb. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. It's only 2 on the pickup, and they remain 2 yards shy as it brings up 4. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. We'll see what they choose to do. It's fourth and real short inside the red zone. He finds him beyond the marker. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
1-1, ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop.
Burrow setting up the play action. Completed to Sutton. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here we go. Stop.
Running left with Bigsby. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down.
Hey, we got to keep scoring.
Working quickly here.
11. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Flushed out of the pocket. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Stop.
Burrow from the gun. He's going to push one deep down the route. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
1st down play, nets and 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Alert.
Staying on the ground here with Chubb. Up the sideline past the 25. Along the sideline past midfield. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
11 MP tank. Here we go. Stop.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
11 mighty. Stop.
Here's 2nd and 5. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
11. Here we go. 11. Stop.
Now Burrow. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Trey Palmer on the return for the Buccaneers. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Chubb running out of the gun. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
Hey, alert!
They are running from the gun with Chubb. Has another lane. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers double their lead to 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He'll take this at the 10. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Fine, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
11. 12.
Putting a receiver in motion.
12.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
11 MT.
Trying for it with Burrow. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Alert! What's up?
Here's Chubb up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
What's up?
Mayfield now from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Pistol. Done.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Got Evans, it's complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They kick the running back in motion. It's into the hands of Chubb. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 41.
Pistol. Good. Watch.
They give inside to Chubb. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Good. Watch.
Here's Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Chubb. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's caught for the first. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers grow their lead yet again. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Johnson now on the return. Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
One, ready?
Ball at the 33 for first down.
12. Let's get set. Down.
Here's the handoff. And he gets him around 6 there. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
They give up the gun to Bigsby. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
12, 12, 12. Here we go, here we go. Got.
First down, Burrow to throw. Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it, and he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Second and 3 now. Toss play, short side. And he tried to find some room outside, but there was nothing there. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Gun. Got. 12, 12, 12. 11 mighty. Got.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
11 MT. Got.
Burrow back to throw. That'll be the first and more. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
11. Got.
On first down, here's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So 2nd down coming up.
11 Thomas. Here we go. Got.
From the gun, Johnson. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, Got.
4th down, Burrow. They connect for the first. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. On comes Will Lutz and the Broncos field goal unit. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that lowers the gap to 25 points.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's White on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Run.
And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. This finds Evans complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Here's a give to Chubb. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Baker now off the play fake. Caught near the goal line. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Plowing up the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
On the line, right?
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go.
A give right side, here's Bigsby. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 32 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Now we give left side to Bigsby. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And this one does not go far. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Broncos just want to get out of here with how this one is gone.
I'm one, ready?
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
Receiver in motion, going left. Burrow from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're going to face third down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They're going a little pop pass here, sweeping across. And he only gets this one down to the 9. We'll get a stoppage here for the injury, and it's Brandon Cooks who was hurt on the play. He's being tended to. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Kings! Regular. Watch out!
They begin the drive with Chubb. Works it past the 20. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. The 30. The 10. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers throwing 6 more on the blowout. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers continue piling onto this lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
11. Just set.
Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Here we go.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Play action now, Burrow. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Running left with Bigsby. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa.